Hey everybody, several people asked me to make this video. I was talking to them on Appalachians America Facebook page and asked me to make this video today. What I'm doing is I've had 2 deer hams that have been hanging just over a week, 8 days. And I'm going to take the salt cure off that I put on them, put another cure on them, and let them hang another 2 weeks, and then we're going to smoke them. And then we'll slice one and we'll fix one a different way. But right now I'm going to take you in the process and show you what they look like after 8 days of hanging. You can see back here, got a young whitetail doe hanging. It was taken just a couple of days ago. Normally like to get that skin off her when it's hot, but it was late that evening when we got back with her, and didn't take the time. Had some family stuff needed to do. Families first. God, family, and then our nation. And wanted just to take y'all through this, show you what these hams look like after 8 days, and show you what I'm doing to them now. Realize the sound may not be the best in the world. I don't have the equipment. I'm not a YouTuber. This is my first ever video. I'm going to cut these strings off that I tied everything up here with. You'll be looking at the whole ham for the first time right along with me. But like I say, sound's not the best. I'm just using an iPhone, my personal iPhone that I use for everything. I use for the church to record my sermons, for Facebook Live videos. I use for everyday GPS guidance, just like a lot of you do. So if y'all like these videos and the sound's not the best, just work with me until I can get some stuff going. If y'all don't like the videos, I'm not gonna keep doing them. But man, these have lost a tremendous amount of weight, a absolute tremendous amount of weight. There's the salt that's left on that ham. I'm gonna wipe most of this off. I could wash it off, but like I say, I'm gonna put another cure on it. The original cure I used, I weighed out the salt, bought the salt at local farm supply store / hardware store / whatever else you need they have. My wife actually works there. I bought the salt there. It is just plain old table salt. It's been taken from the ground and by water and then evaporated, but to make table salt. But put this box here, get some of this stuff in, wiped off. But man, this thing smells great. It is unreal. The smell, even hanging in the barn back here. Had it hanging in the very back of the barn. It's important to keep light off of it and to keep it cool. This barn has cinder block sides, and it absolutely stays cool in this barn. Trust me. Spent a lot of days stripping tobacco in this barn. November, December, January. And when I was younger, and when we as Appalachian Americans used to see a lot more tobacco raised. But these hams smell absolutely wonderful. Let me walk this around to you. Closer. You see, of course, deer meat has a darker color. There's absolutely no bad smell whatsoever. It smells absolutely wonderful. I'm going to walk you through my spices that I used to do this with. Let me move everything out of my way. Clean up. I've got an Amazon box here to put my trash in to keep it up as I go. Some people was asking about what to do with the leftover salt that you have. You can throw it away. You can, if you want to use it, some other process, like many of us Appalachian Americans like to do, we like to, reuse things. My grandparents reused things, and I kind of caught the bug from them and hate to see anything wasted, but I probably won't be reusing this. But if you could save it and reuse it, you could reuse it for deer lick. You could take it out in the woods, put it on the stump where you hunt at, get a mineral lick started for that, for the deer. But you could reuse it for that. I mean, there's some people that that don't do this the way I do it. They may put them in a cooler or put them on an actual meat box like was in the old smokehouses. I don't have that. I'm just hanging them in the barn. Would love to have a smokehouse one day maybe, if I get good at this. Would not believe. Look at the moisture on that paper bag. Wrapped them in paper bag because my grandfather always wrapped them in paper. He used like old paper feed sacks. You know, before the day that we had plastic inside our paper feed sacks. But just used old paper bags. Went to my local store. Being Appalachian American, some of you may know the local store. It's a fairly large chain now, started here close by. Food City. I went there and bought some stuff and told them I needed some extra paper bags. Believe it or not, they still have paper bags in the grocery stores. Hard to believe, right? I had people tell me, I didn't know you could still get a paper grocery bag. Yeah, they've still got them. We've all just got used to doing the checkout and getting the plastic bags and not asking for paper like people used to do. Again, this ham smells wonderful. You would not believe the amount of weight that has gone off of it, just cleaning the salt off of it here. Like I say, I'm not going to clean it all off because I'm just getting the extra majority off. We'll lay it on top of this other ham. The smell is wonderful. And that has to do with what I've used to cure it with also. The smell is absolutely wonderful. It just got an aroma from the agents I've used to cure it with, the agents I've used to keep it safe from what bugs might be around. It's cool here. It's cool. We live in southwestern Virginia, very tip part of Virginia, most southwestern corner. We're 35 miles from the Bristol, Virginia, Tennessee line. Those of you that live close will know exactly what town I live outside of because of that. But last time I used like 5 pounds of salt, 4.5, 5 pounds of salt. I didn't weigh it out. Like I said, I bought it at the local farm store, supply store where they keep a lot of canning goods, canning supplies, excuse me, stuff like that. Bought that there in a 50-pound bag. It was a whole lot cheaper than buying 5 or 6 pounds at a time somewhere. Bought it for like $6, $6 and something tax and all. Here I didn't get but like 2 pounds of sugar, salt today. I've got 2 pounds of dark brown sugar. I want to go more sweet with it. Everybody that has more experience curing meat than I do, and there's not a lot of information out there on curing deer meat, just not a lot. But they tell me that it will take salt so much quicker and so much heavier than like a pork will because it's so much leaner. 2 pounds of dark brown sugar, 2 pounds of light brown sugar. Again, I'm experimenting as much as y'all are watching. My grandfather always used to use like 1 or 2 tablespoons of black pepper in his mix. Last time I put one of these whole cans in it for this, mainly as far as I know, this is to help keep bugs away. If bugs do happen to get out, to help keep the bugs away. I've also been told by somebody that's been out west, never been out west, furthest I've ever been is Kansas on a turkey hunting trip. Hope to get out west someday on some hunting trips myself, but God's not blessed me with that yet. So I use that whole 1.5 ounces of black pepper in that. As far as I know, that's what it's used for. You got crushed red pepper here. Easy stuff to find at your grocery stores. Well, fairly easy. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of looking because there's so many different spices now that are there on the shelf, and so many different brands, and not every store carries everything. Crushed red pepper, almost 1.2 ounces, 1.17 ounces of crushed red pepper. From my understanding, the crushed red pepper, if somebody knows better than I do, let me know. The crushed red pepper is only to help keep mice away. Figure, I'm gonna put it all in there. Live next to a creek. More mice stuff I can keep away, the better. take my hands. I just took an old stock pot we had in the house. This is all edible goods anyway. Just going to use this. This is good to use to hand mix this up with. Mix it up real good, real nice. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to coat these things extremely good with this, best I can. I'm going to slide shank end up down in the bag. Last time I cut the paper bags and tied it around them. This time I'm just going to slide them down in the bags. Last time I used cheesecloth around them. Really don't think I need to use any cheesecloth. I couldn't find any used ham sacks anywhere. My mother usually saves those from the hams that we eat at Christmas. Usually my family, when we all get together, Mom will have two country hams. She'll pressure cook one in a big cannon pressure cooker, and the other one she'll slice up, and that's kind of what I plan on doing with these. Maybe cook one of them in a pressure cooker and one of them slice it up and eat it like your good old country ham that some of y'all just absolutely love. I'm not a huge country ham eater. I love it boiled or pressure cooked, but I'm not extremely crazy about it fried. I will eat it. I know some of y'all think it's probably a sin or to be eating that good old country ham. I'm a pork chop fella myself when it comes to hogs. Hope y'all can hear me. I'm trying my best. Voice is just a little bit weak today. So, got my ham. I've wiped most of that excess salt from before off. I'm gonna take this brown sugar, salt, black pepper mix I've got here. I'm gonna coat it heavy on this ham. Pretty heavy. Like I say, it's all not going to stick great. Some people put them in a box. I just hung them up the way my papa used to do with the hog hams. A whole lot on that, and some of it's going to fall off. There's nothing you're going to do to keep it all up on the ham. It's going to be extremely hard to do. That's the reason a lot of people like a box. And of course, there's not a whole lot up there in the shank that we'll be cutting off. So what we're really after right down in here. So what we're really after. Take my Food City bag. I'm gonna slide. Need to get a little more on the bottom there, but I can get that in the bag probably a little better and get it to stay with it. And this is where if you have somebody that can help you, be nice. I don't have anybody available today to help me, but I can get it done. One hand, slide it down in this bag. Take some of my extra brown sugar cure mix here. Put down in there along the bottoms. Got this bag now. Got my sugar on this side. Let's flip it over and try to keep as much sugar and salt cure mix as I can on that side. I've already got some of this mixture already sticking to this side. I can see it in there. Got a few clumps here gonna bust up. I didn't see earlier. Bust them up. Just small clumps. Curing these hams out. I just really was interested in it. I know that a lot of our ancestors had to do it, especially our early settlers. When they secured meat, they had to do the best they could do to keep it. Didn't want meat going bad. Want to watch some interesting stuff? Watch about how ketchup was invented. Original ketchup was from one of our Asian countries. I'm not going to say which one because I'm afraid I'll be wrong, but from one of our Asian countries, and it was more of a fish sauce. And it was called catsup. And they used it to try to cover up the meat taste, where some of it would be kind of going bad. Now, we can't even imagine nowadays eating something like that that might be going bad. I'm going to set this to the side. coat this other one. Get her down in here. I didn't mention that on that other down the hole I created in my shank earlier. Get it down in there, get it covered up real good. I've got a paper bag, a plastic bag here on the table trying to keep some of my mess away, so I got a lot less cleaning up to do. I can just roll that bag up. Again, I guess I should have held that up for you earlier, see how that's coating on there, see how some of it fell off. It's not going to want to stick the greatest. You just got to make it. Keep applying pressure. That's the reason I done it the way I did in that bag over there. The reason it would probably be better to have a cure box. If this doesn't work this time, I'll go against, not go against, but I'll go different than what my grandfather taught. Have a salt box. But I think this is going to go just fine after a week. Like I said, no bad smell, no nothing that makes me worry. I even took a friend of mine in there yesterday, showed it to him, and he said, man, it smells awesome. You know, he couldn't even find a bad smell around it anyway. Again, get it in the bag, flip it over, grab our mixture here, double handfuls in the bag. Coat her down. Coat her down, get her down there around that butt end or that hip joint end real good. Up in around the bone, pack it. Up in around that bone and pack it real good. Now, I've got some twine here. I'm not going to video this whole part, but I've got some twine here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this small twine, and of course this is just a short piece that I cut off, but I've got some new here. And I'm going to wrap these things around with that twine, kind of like tying up a package, and we'll tie that up, get it good and secure, that bag good and secure on there. I'm going to slide another bag down over the top. I've got extra bags right here. Slide these bags down over the top. Use those bags, then I'll take it, tie them bags on real good too. I'll take and wrap a wire around the shank, hang them up. I thank y'all for watching this video. Hope it's not been too boring. Hope it's not been too hard to hear me or understand me. Again, I've got that Appalachian dialect from here in Southwest Virginia. This is something y'all want me to keep doing, different little videos around on the farm, different little videos about what we got going on, just holler at me. I know my background's not the greatest in the world, but those of you that's got farms know that you end up with a lot of junk and stuff sitting around. If you like this, just hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share it on your social medias. Appreciate y'all. God bless. Oh, one extra thing. Don't have a name for the page yet. Something you like, just let me know. I thought about Appalachian American, but it seems to me like stuff like that's already taken. I thought about different things. I'm actually a pastor too. Thought about different things to go along with that. Just whatever y'all think I ought to call the page, just let me know. Hope y'all enjoy this. We'll be back in a couple of weeks to show you the process of getting them cleaned up and put on the smoker. I hope y'all will enjoy that too. Thank y'all and God bless.